Hello, everyone. I'm Zia Ahmed, and I'm involved in training and development of supply chain management. But today I have a very special guest, a very different type of guest, Bibinaz Onsori. I saw her profile on LinkedIn with a title Anxiety Coach or Anxiety Expert or helping people to cool down their anxieties. And I requested her that please spare some time for me because, after all, supply chain experts also have anxiety problems. So, Bibi, thank you very much for joining me here. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. So, Bibi, I've seen you are very much active on LinkedIn. So, you are
Yes.
getting good response from LinkedIn?
Yeah, I think LinkedIn is a really good platform for doing business. I think it's a really great platform because everybody really wants to help each other. No one's people aren't competing with each other. They're more really wanting each other to succeed. So I think that's really amazing.
Okay, thank you. So, Bibi, I've seen from your profile that before you were an interior designer
Yes.
and then you had some anxiety problems yourself. So, after handling your anxiety problems, you made this decision yourself that now you will help others also,
Yes.
or you were bored with your previous profession.
No, so I mean, I was an interior designer for 15 years and I loved it. And I had really bad anxiety. So once I was able to heal my anxiety, I decided that that's what I want to do for people because I know there's a lot of people out there who were suffering like I was suffering.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. So, I have a very simple question that, but is very in simple word, what is the difference between an anxiety expert or anxiety coach and a psychologist?
I think that psychologists, they'll definitely have their own ways of, I mean, they'll probably gone to school longer and they might probably have more degrees in psychology, but I think a coach is more from experience and also getting maybe a coaching degree, a coaching certificate. So I personally think that coaches don't go by the books,
Hmm.
whereas psychologists really go just by the book.
Okay, okay. So, once you started this, did you get some training, some coaching from someone for some time?
Yes, I got my certificates, and if I ever did any extended type of healing,
Mhm.
I went and got my certificates in that. I got my practitioner's license to be able to not only have the confidence, but also make sure that I do have good education on this.
Oh, so nice of you. Okay, so but I say that with this, how you're helping people. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing. That's a good. I wanted to know that how you're helping your clients to improve or to get out of those traumas or.
Yeah, so the way I work, I really help professionals end anxiety permanently. And I know that sounds too good to be true for a lot of people, but I think because of the 10 years that I had anxiety, I really learned all rounds of anxiety and how to not how to manage it, but I really learned how to heal it because I had to go to so many places to learn how to end mine.
Mhm.
And so the way I work is I really get to the root cause of someone's anxiety because I believe that people are born like a blank canvas. So something has happened along the way that now you've
Yes.
picked up anxiety. So I try to go back to see where that was, what happened, and work our way up.
Hmm. So finding this root cause, it generally takes how much time?
It varies because some people it's very clear usually, or they're more open, but some people have really numbed themselves to their anxiety and they something bad happened in their life and they've really
Mhm.
pushed it to the side. So
Mhm.
it takes some more work to open up that kind of person to see what's really going on within that.
Okay, so I have seen because I was born in Pakistan, so I will talk on mostly on that background also. That people are generally reluctant to go to a psychologist or psychiatrist or anxiety due to social pressures that what people will think about us. What you will say on this?
Yeah, it's true. Some countries, I mean, I think even in North America, there's still stigma. Not a lot of people will comfortably come and say, oh, I have anxiety. But I think in Middle Eastern countries and also other countries as well, anxiety is still a taboo. Like it's still like anxiety means there's something wrong with you, you know? Even for me, when I had anxiety, nobody in my family understood me, you know? They just said,
That's
oh my God, you're fine. Oh my God, don't be like that. But they never really understood how bad it was for me, right? So I was very lonely in my anxiety. And for some countries, unfortunately, they still think the same way, you know? They think if you have like a mental disorder or something's wrong with you, but you know, it's just mental health, just can work on it and heal it.
so. What is the initial symptom? How we can identify that this person is having an anxiety problem? What's the initial symptom?
Yeah, I think so. The main one is, you know, when you think obsessively about something, when you're afraid of something, but the fear is big, it's taking over you. So for example, mine was I had the phobia of getting cancer, right?
Yes.
It ruled my life. Like from the morning that I woke up, I would check my body, then I would think about my funeral, then I would sit on Google and I would memorize different symptoms of different cancers so I could catch them early. So you see, it was like an obsession with the fear, right?
Hmm.
So that could be one. Another way is, you know, when you can't be present or be happy, you're always in your thoughts, you're in your mind, there's always
Mhm.
this prolonging fear going on. So like I'll say a lot of times it's making you stand in your own way in life. So that's another way. And then you get physical symptoms. It just feels bad. You know when you have anxiety. It doesn't feel good.
Okay, see, as human beings, we all know that we have to die one day.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of dying, does it cause anxiety or does it cause some, can it trigger some problems like this?
Yeah, for some people, I mean, some people can be totally okay with death.
Hmm.
They can be not okay with the way they might die, but they're okay with dying.
Yes.
For some people, it's not a problem at all.
Hmm.
Again, it depends what happened in childhood, where did the conversation come up, what have they seen,
Yes.
right? That all makes a huge impact on the fear of the person today.
Hmm. So, how, in very simple words, if I want to know that, how you start the treatment of someone, if you can explain, if you are easy with this question.
Yeah, of course. So, you know, we do a consultation, and if I feel like I
Hmm.
can help them,
Mhm.
and then I invite them to my program, and we start the work. You know, we start the work and see what's the underlying fear. We try to right away start digging to get to that root cause of the anxiety. And then once we find it, we try to work our way up and heal the different layers. And so the person can
So,
feel better.
so how long is your program?
My program is 10 weeks long.
10 weeks long. So, and how many sessions you give every week for the 10?
So every week it's one session, but on top of that, if we do any excessive like healing work, it will be more than just once a week. So it very depends on the type of person that I'm dealing with and how bad or severe their anxiety or their traumas are.
Okay, if I want to, another question, I want to know that so far you have seen so many people, or you have helped so many people. You found more women or men?
I would say it's 50-50, but I would say I find that we're in a generation that more men are asking for help than women. I think women have become very independent
Mhm.
and, you know, they've kind of got the attitude that I've got it, I'm fine, like
Okay.
how men used to be. And now men are actually stepping down and being softer and being more vulnerable. So it's nice to see that actually, but I would say 50-50. But I can
50.
see more men are stepping forward, which I think is really beautiful.
And age groups, if you can tell me.
Oh, I've worked with all ages. I've worked with teenagers, 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, late 60s.
So to start with, what are the common problems for teenagers? What thing
It's
triggers this
it's social
anxiety?
anxiety. A lot of them have social anxiety. I think it's because of Instagram and all those things, lots of comparing themselves and things like that makes them feel uncomfortable about who they are. So lots of social anxiety in teenagers.
So see, sometimes people are too much afraid of judgment from others, that, oh, others are judging me. So what you want to say to such people, how they can
Yeah,
come out of this fear?
yeah, well, you can't just come out of any fear. You have to work through it. But it's more like, why do you have the fear of judgment? Let's find out, where did that start? What happened?
Okay.
Why did you choose to have that fear?
Yeah. Because sometimes what happens, that people are too much afraid of that others are judging me, or the way I'm walking, or the way of my skin color is, or my hairs are, or I have, like me, when I was a young kid, I had weak eyesight.
Mm-hmm.
So my other class fellows who were having perfectly 6 by 6, they were always laughing at me. Oh, you are having a eyeglass.
Yeah, so that can definitely create insecurity and can create fear of judgment. Now, when you're in school, you can't control how the other kids are acting, right? So
Yes.
you're going to suddenly automatically develop that kind of fear of judgment. But when you're an adult, you have control over the situation. You can go get help and heal it. But the
Yes.
choice is always up to you, right?
Yes. But the way person has to think that, okay, this is the way I am. This is
That's a choice. That's
Mhm.
not the way you have to be. It's a
Mhm.
choice, right?
Because we cannot stop others to judge us. Everyone will judge as per their own thinking. So, and we cannot make happy everyone in the world.
Yeah, you have to live for you, right? But to be in a place that you feel good and okay just living for you and not for the opinion of others, that needs some work for some people.
Okay. And this type of things can lead someone to this anxiety type of situation.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, if I tell you a case that there is some artist who likes to draw something, but he's not showing it to anyone, how you will judge this situation, or what will be your expert opinion on this?
So he's an artist, but he's not showing it to anyone.
An artist who's making sketches, for example, I'm just giving you an example, and you ask the artist, oh, come on, show me your sketch, and he's not showing you the sketch. So what can be the reason behind
Well,
that?
that can be maybe he doesn't want to show it, or it could be he really wants to show it, but he can't. If that's the case, then we have to find out why he can't, right? And see what the reasons are for him, as in, why can't he? He wants to, but he can't.
See, because I'm a writer. If I write something, I want to share it with the world. I write it on Facebook, I write it on Instagram, I write it on LinkedIn, anywhere, or I make YouTube videos. I want to share it with the world, basically. But why some artists don't want to share it with the world then?
I think it can be a personal opinion. Some artists, they like to do that for themselves, but some artists, they can't. Maybe they have fear of judgment. They're scared what others are going to think about their work.
Okay. Now we came to the common conclusion, the way you said, fear of judgment. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Sure. So, and we can fight with it, but gradually. It will not happen in one day.
No, you have to, these are mindset things that we have to work through. That's why it's important. You can choose to live with that your whole life, or you can choose to work with a coach and get better.
So I thank you, Bibi, for today's brief session. I'm really thankful to you, and I really learned a lot from you. And I request you that some days later on, please give me time again.
Yes, I would love to.
Detailed session. And I have a request that if some of my viewers contact you, please give them some discount.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, there's a 15-minute call, there's a 1-hour call, and they're completely free. So I would be more than happy to discuss with them and see what's going on for them.
Okay, and for that purpose, they have to contact you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, they can contact me on LinkedIn, or they can go to my website, which is www.theinnerroommate.com.
Okay, I will put it in the description of my
Perfect
video, so that anyone can contact you.
Perfect. So thank you very much for your time. Hope to see you again someday. Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you very much for it. Okay. Thank you. Bye.